In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Today's video will be about creating an integrated online store that includes all online store operations, such as buying and selling, offers, discounts, shipping, and various payment processes in various media. The method of building an online store from scratch will be explained in detail. In the online store that you are creating, we will use the distinctive plugin WordPress Brizy Pro that contain advanced, diverse and fast features in creating any website or online store with ease and high professionalism in creating websites. It is comprehensive and contains advanced design techniques. Brizy's channel for e-commerce, web design and online stores in the latest ways. Subscribe to the channel, like and activate alerts to receive all new.
Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. Today I am going to make a new video, so please whatever. Please I want to reach 1 million likes. So please yes.
We will explain the necessary steps to create the store. And the store will be using the premium plugin in WordPress, which gives us great ease of completion in record time in a professional manner. We will reserve a website, hosting, download and install WordPress and installing the necessary plugins. Create the necessary pages and modify the settings in WordPress. We will also create product categories, add products, install PayPal and bank account payments, payments using Visa cards, credit cards, and other ways in payments, managing coupons and discounts. Also, we are going to explain the shipping process, marketing and creating pop-ups windows to show offers, and some other things that will be known in detail from scratch. In the beginning, we will start from the first step, which is reserve a website, hosting and downloading WordPress, and the WordPress control panel, and you can follow the explanation in detail via the link above in the video. We can also reserve new hosting from sites such as Hostinger, or we choose Namesheap, and other sites that provide hosting at cheap prices and with great features. We can choose between different hosting provided by some sites. I will leave you useful links to these hosts below. After obtaining the subscription and reserving the domain name and hosting, we will head to our control panel on the site. I'll go to the hosting site, and I'll go to my control panel. I have chosen to host websites before at the famous Hostinger site. We will build the online store on wbsitedesigns.com. After moving from the control panel, it is moved to the site management, where modifications are made and the overview of the WordPress blog located there. If you have previously downloaded WordPress, you can install a fresh version of WordPress from here. You can install WordPress on the chosen domain. After installing WordPress on the domain, modifications can be made to the site, whether through the control panel or the WordPress control panel of the site. You can see a video explaining how to download WordPress, reserve a domain, and more in the link above the text. After installing and downloading WordPress, you must install the necessary plugins, including plugins. This is the first or second essential step to follow to download WordPress. Reserve a domain, and install the necessary plugins. This file will include all the details explained in detail, explaining all the steps that we will take in the work. On the second page of the file, you will find the second step, which is installing the necessary plugins or plugins on the site. I have mentioned all the plugins that I need to start designing the online store, and if you zoom in a little bit, you will be able to see all the plugins that are there. And if I have a plugin called 360 JavaScript, it's one of the very important groups in the business. As mentioned earlier, if you want to install the necessary plugins, you must go to the WordPress dashboard. And then go to the main menu located here, or you can go to the blank menu at the beginning and install all the required plugins that are in the PDF file. To install any of these plugins, you can easily go to the add-ons and enter the name of the plugin you want, and the search result will appear. When you install any plugin, it will show you whether it is active or not. I mean, for example, if I'm going to add a second plugin, I'll show you how. If the plugins are boundaries, I will activate them. If the plugins have been activated successfully, they will appear in the list and I can use them. Plugins can be downloaded by searching for them or by uploading them to the site. After that, the plugins can be loaded from the desktop. Plugins can be used easily after that. This method can be used to download any plugins. After installing the necessary plugins, you can start working on the site. I notice all the plugins including the one that was added at the end whose name is now there and active and can be used. If this is how to download any plugins, or I can add by downloading through plugins. If the plugin is on my computer, I can download it by searching, selecting upload, and then choosing the file with plugins or place plugins. Of course, I will be taken to the folder with the plugins or where you have the plugins, and I will choose the plugins I want. Like here, note 360 degrees Pro. If this is a plugin, when I give them open, the plugin will be added to WordPress. You can add plugins in two ways: search for and download plugins directly, use the plugins on my desktop on your computer, or visit the plugin site and download the plugin from the site and then upload it from your computer. If you add all plugins in this way, you will have all the necessary plugins you need to work on the site. After the additions, you have downloaded all the necessary pages that you need to work. I have one very important plugin, which is WooCommerce, and of course I have the other important plugin, which is brizy, which I will work on to design the business. These are the all necessary plugins I need to begin designing. One of the necessary plugins in WordPress, without which we cannot design the online store, is WooCommerce, as it contains all the features and capabilities necessary to design the online store and everything related to it, including purchases, payment, shipping, offers, and communication with customers. And everything related to products, items, prices, warehouse organization operations, and different types of products. The other necessary addition is the addition of Brizy Pro, through which we will design the online store. It is characterized by the ease and speed of design and the great possibilities of designing the store. It contains a lot of distinctive tools and contains a huge library of themes that can be dealt with ease. Creating pages. If you notice here a set of existing pages that I have, and I also use them to build the online store. Of course, any website or online store must contain a set of basic pages. Meaning without them there will be a shortage or incompleteness. So, what are the main pages needed? The first page is the About Us page, which means that you are talking about your organization, company or company through which you sell products. The second page is the Cart page, or shopping cart. And of course, there is the Payment page, where this page goes to the details of the purchases after adding them completely to the cart, meaning if I add 10 products, this page will show me 10 products and their price, and all the details. I also have a Coupons page, and it gives me discount coupon codes that I can use for discounts. And of course, there is the Home page, or Home, which is the user's page, where the user can create an account. Thus, it turns out that these basic pages are the Product, Cart, Checkout, Coupons, Home and Account pages, which any website and online store must provide. One of the Privacy Policy pages, and it is a very important page, which is the Privacy and Data Protection page for the user of the purchase process. I have my home page and my account page, and these pages are essential. For a privacy page, any website must create a privacy page to comply with the laws. I also have a page of terms of use and instructions, which are very basic pages, which are the company's terms that regulate sales, shipping policy, and product returns with customers. As for the contact page and the thank you page, it is also very important. Settings can be modified to improve these pages and add other features. The next step is to modify the necessary settings in WordPress, so after reserving the domain and creating the pages, we will make some modifications to the WordPress settings. Go to the WordPress menu and select Settings from here. We choose a name for the store in the name field, for example, we call it Sport Online. In tagline we choose a description of the site. In the membership option, I specify an option that everyone can register on the site and then store. In the reading section, we select the home page of the site and select the home page. Anyone who types in the name of the site will take them to the home page. You can leave the post page blank or create a page called Post and choose it. I specify the option to prevent search engines from accessing this site or to archive it only during the design phase. I set the option so that engines do not crawl the site during the design process. When I'm done with the design process, deselect it and choose to store and save changes. When I'm done with the design process, deselect it and choose to store and save changes. Also, select the permalinks option to display pages and posts with an easy name. Then we choose the default privacy page and save all settings. Product classification is the process of creating product categories after completing the necessary process in WordPress, such as reserving a domain, creating pages, installing the necessary plugins, and configuring settings. Now, we are going to create a product categories. Of course, we'll create the category first. To create categories, you can go to the main panel and click on Categories on the left under Product menu in WooCommerce, and the following page will appear. We have a set of rules for categories, and if we navigate to the products category, we will notice that there are multiple options, and among them, for example, if I work on a clothing store, I will create a category called Clothing, and if I work in the field of sporting goods, I will create a category called Sports Shoes, or if I'm going to sell electronic products like computers, I'll put a category called Electronics. Category must always be available, and when clicking on the category, we will notice the available category, which are all, electronics, sports, and product categories. Category can be easily added by clicking on Add a new category. We notice that there is a line indicating that the variety is a subcategory or that it is affiliated with another class, which is the parent category. For example, I want to work, let's say, with perfumes. If perfume is written this way, the category will be named perfume. It is possible that this category is part of a larger category. If we select the first product, we find that the description all products is perfume. We can add a description to this category. For example, we can name it latest perfume and add a picture to this category. It is possible to add an image to the category when we search for perfumes through the Google search engine. When we find a set of images, we can select any image we want and copy and paste it into a file. After that, we can use the Paint program or we can save the image directly. Let's say I choose Paint and store the image on my desktop as perfume. When entering the control panel, we can add the new category using the available options. When we click on Upload, a window will open to download the file that we created on the desktop and name it Perfumes. Next, we can add product descriptions, which is very important for search engines, so that the store or product appears in the various search engines. After I place and select the image, then use image. If added, I would see something new for me, which is perfumes. The perfume product will be affiliated with all products. After creating the category, we will add products and explain their types. Let's start adding products and explaining the different types of products. Next, we'll see how to add a specific product. For example, if I create the perfume category, I will add the perfume product. For example, I will add a list of the 5 best international perfumes of all time. If I get a picture of the perfume, I will name it with the same name, Chanel. If we save the image that was chosen from the internet by searching on the desktop of the computer. Or I can prefer to create distinctive and unique images of the product by photographing it and saving the images. If the image is saved on the desktop, then we choose this image of the product, which is Chanel perfume. We also write the description of the product from its source, or we write a distinctive and true description of the product, and the description includes all the details of the product, such as weight, price, method of use, whether it is men's or women's, and the time of use. We choose Add a new product and enter all the product details. If there is no set price, I will set the price based on what I set. I will add the name and description of the perfume and I will add a price for it, and then I will choose the type of product that I want to add. First, I have the simple product or product sample. And if the perfume that I will add is a product, I will choose the correct type of product and set its regular price, for example, 100 euros, and the discount price is 90 euros. Then we add the SKU number to the product, which is a unique number for the product or barcode. Then we add in inventory the available quantity of the product, which is Chanel perfume, in the store, and thus we have almost finished all the details about the simple product, which is Chanel perfume. Okay, I finished the details about the product. Add a category to the product. It is true that I chose a specific product and a specific category and gave the image to the category, but now I designed a new product, so it must have an image. I'm going to put the image down and make it smaller so we can store it on our desktop. I will choose Chanel if the product is perfume. The image will be added in the way I explained. At the bottom, the product that has been added will appear and the different perfume can be seen. If the item we want to add is followed, I can select it and add more pictures if that's what we want. Once this is done, I will send the product. When I'm done, I can add a note, or some photos if I have them. If we add Chanel perfume to the product, we choose the appropriate category, which is perfume. And we choose other pictures of the product if they are available. And we choose the appropriate template for the product, which is brizy, and thus we create a new product with all the details. This product is of the simple type, as it is a refined product that has exactly the same features, so it is called the simple product. There are no differences in this product such as size, color, or any other differences. If in this way, we have added all the details to the product, Chanel perfume, and the perfume appears in the list of products with all the details related to it. All simple products or other products are added in exactly the same way, with some minor differences, such as the type of product, is it a simple product, a group, or a variable product. Now we learn about the other product which is called grouped product. It may have the same shape, but differ in one feature or quality. It means that it differs in color. For example, I have flash drives that look exactly the same, but in the end, each flash drive is different in size. I have 16 gigabytes, 32 gigabytes, 64 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, and so on. The only difference is in the flashes, but as a form it is the same, and we call that the combined product. Instead of displaying each flash separately, I add all the flashes I have at once. In this way, if the flash is 16 gigabytes, the other is 32, the third is 64, and the fourth is 256, then they are completely identical in shape, but of course the price differs. In this way, I add a specific quantity of flashes, for example,